Okay, so today we have Morrissey and We'll Let You Know. So this is the last song that I have to react to from Your Arsenal. I saw somebody comment that and I was like, huh. So yeah, I was like, let's finish off the album, and why the heck not? So yeah, We'll Let You Know. The last song, like I said. And again, I've loved Your Arsenal so much, and I mean, again, the album cover is very nice. And yeah, so let's get into this for another Morrissey Friday. Thanks for joining me. Oh yeah. Anyway, that was a little cringy to me. Anyway, so yeah, let's get into this. Talk about it after. Let's go. Whispering.
How sad are we, and how sad have we been? We'll let you know. We'll let you know. Oh, but only if you're really interested. You wonder how we've stayed alive till now. We'll let you know. We'll let you know, but only if you're really interested. We're all smiles, then honest, I swear it's the turnstiles that make us hostile. Oh, 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 oh. We will descend on anyone unable to defend them.
Bass is fat.
And the songs we sing, they're not supposed to mean a thing.
A lot going on. All right, Morrissey, and we'll let you know. Um, this was a weird song. I have to say off the top. Weird in a good way. I have to say as well. So yeah, I mean, I have to say off the top as well. Gary Day on bass. I really enjoyed his work. Like I said, it was some fat bass lines. And as well, I was gonna say Spencer Coburn on the drums, especially when he kind of kicked it back in because I thought the song was over, but then there was another verse there, and yeah, I was just like, I wasn't expecting that. And again, always shout out to Spencer. I mean, so many songs that he's on with Morrissey, obviously, and I always love his drumming. Anyway, in his style, and especially that hard hitting style when he kind of brought the song back in. Um, but yeah, just seeing everything about this song, going on to the YouTube video and seeing some comments. I guess it's about football, or as in North America we call it soccer, or whatever. But yeah, I mean, and I don't know, when he was saying about it's about football or whatever, I thought it might be more up tempo or something. But of course, Morrissey kind of always keeps you on your toes. Just talking about how it starts off. How sad are we, and how sad have we been? But I like when he goes on here. We'll let you know. We'll let you know. Oh, but only if you're interested. And I just like I don't know if this has to do whatever to the story of the song or whatever. But just how it's that every time it's a little thing, but how he just says we'll let you know. We'll let you know, but only if you're really interested. Like there's still that kind of that sense of like, oh, what's the word? Hold on. Just that thing of like, do you really care? It's just like, am I like, I'm really kind of nothing. It's just that kind of self-deprecation that Morrissey always kind of has, and that I've come to know obviously through so many songs listening to him by him now. But yeah, and then he goes on, you wonder how we've stayed alive till now. We'll let you know, but only if you're really interested. And again, we're all smiles, then honest. I swear it's the turnstiles that makes us hostile. So obviously, and again, there's, like I said at the start, there's some whispering going on, and I said during the song as well, a lot going on. There's just little sounds, and I guess looking back now, had to do with the kind of the football chants, and that when you're in a stadium, all the sounds you hear, and especially for what the song is about, kind of I guess a critique, and as well, I mean, well, there's a line here near the end, I think it was, where he talks about maybe not near the end, but talking about how songs don't really have any meaning or whatever. But anyway, yeah, so I guess that's all I have to say at the top about what I thought of the song. I do want to get into more of annotations and such. But yeah, I mean, guitars again, Bosbor, Alan White. I mean, it's the same people. Composed by Alan White, written by Morrissey. So I mean, yeah, it was the same guys, 1992. It was it already. Anyway, so yeah, when he says here, we're all smiles, then honest, I swear it's the turnstiles. There is an annotation here from Genius. So it says turnstiles are the swinging mechanism that allows football fans into the stadium. Obviously, this album has a thematic focus on the 1970s, when football violence was and would remain a serious problem. And I know in the UK, I mean, even with the title of the song, Your Arsenal, I mean, yeah, Arsenal, obviously, a football team. Yeah, I mean, I know they take their football pretty seriously. I mean, I guess as I know, European soccer is so big. I mean, I never really even knew how big soccer, football, whatever it was until, I don't know, I just see how many likes and views it gets, and I'm just like, I never even knew soccer was that big. Anyway, I only really watch hockey or whatever, maybe sometimes basketball, but I never really knew about the world of soccer, or football. Anyway, so yeah, and then we move on here when he's doing his O's, the oh in the songs we sing, they're not supposed to mean a thing. And then I like how he says la 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 la, and kind of like, again, just how he said earlier, right before that, they don't mean a thing, and then he just starts singing, la 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 la. Anyway, so it says, given the reference to turnstiles earlier, this is from Genius again, an annotation, I just let you know, we can infer that Morrissey is referring to football fans' chants, not conventional singing, or the pop world in general. Crowds at sporting events often sing and chant enthusiasm to support their team and energize the crowd. Obviously, if you've ever been to a sporting event, whatever. However, Morrissey's description of hostility reflects a more disruptive, violent form of spectator energy. In the 1960s, throughout the UK, the culture of violence committed by football fans around stadiums peaked and became known as football hooliganism. So I had no idea about what was going on in the 60s throughout the UK for football. But again, this I'm not surprised. I mean, and again, the whole hooligan thing. I mean, that Smith song, hooligan, which I really like. I don't think it was called Hooligan, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But I really like that song. Anyway, but yeah, Hooligan always seems to come up. But yeah, like I said, I mean, Brits take their football seriously is one thing that I've learned. And a lot of people love, football or soccer, whatever you want to call it. They love their team so much, and I mean, it's more than, I mean, me as a hockey fan who enjoys my team, the Toronto Maple Leafs, unfortunately. But I mean, it seems like they take their love to another level. I mean, that I don't know if I can reach. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, him talking about that, and then how he says, apparently, because I was looking as well on song meanings. I feel like I'm talking a lot, but anyway, talking about how it's kind of a critique of football, hooliganism. Obviously, like I kind of said, because it talks about how their songs are, can be whatever, and especially it says sometimes songs are anti-Irish, apparently at some football games, and how, and then when it says, Morrissey says, and the songs we sing, they're not supposed to mean a thing, so it's like, don't take it personally, but again, it says, Morrissey's kind of, obviously, he's part Irish himself, he'd be a little sensitive to that, so that's what one person was saying here, and then somebody else was talking, again, because there's not too much about the song, so I'm just taking these comments, which have been upvoted a few times. So, maybe, some people agree. But yeah, and somebody else is saying it's kind of a critique, and it's being a little sympathetic at the same time. It says, Moz is on the side of being patriotic and defending that right, but disagrees with their mentality of violence brought on by a game of football. So again, I mean, football, at the end of the day, I mean, it's just, it's a sport. It's, I guess it's not as vital as, other things in the world, I guess. But to many people, it is. But to some people, it's just like, who wants to watch sports? I know some people don't even like sports at all, which I find kind of weird. But I mean, but I get it. I mean, that's a lot less stress on them. I mean, I couldn't imagine. Yeah, from the things I've watched, especially like I said with the Toronto Maple Leafs or whatever, I feel like I'll be gray when I'm 30. But anyway, yeah. So again, I like how the song is about football and how kind of, how not sad, or whatever, but kind of down tempo it seems. I don't know. Like I said, I like how he has kind of the noises in the background of the song. Reflects kind of what goes on in a football stadium, and just how kind of critical maybe not critical he is, but his voice is kind of like he's very commanding in the song. I thought more so than others. I don't know, but yeah. I guess that's all I really gotta say. This video is already almost 15 minutes. But anyway, so yeah, hooliganism. I mean, Morrissey talking about it. Here we go. And again, I wasn't there in the 60s when I guess, it peaked, the whole football thing. But I might have to look that up and see what's going on. Anyway, again, I know a lot of people take their sports seriously, and I get it. I really do. Anyway, so I guess that's it, because I do too. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. Really appreciate all the support and coming back for another Morrissey Friday. And I really appreciate all the nice comments. I have to say, I don't really get any, mean comments or whatever, which I expected, to get some or whatever, but it never really seems to happen. And yeah, I really enjoy doing this, and I think it's all great, and I think you're all great, and everything's great. So anyway, thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. I'm gonna go eat now. My goodness.